Hi, what adventures? About everyone. Without you,
Hi friends, welcome back to the Little Bug Adventures. Are you ready for some super wiggly, squiggly adventures? Today we're learning about one of the most important little creatures in the world. Can you guess what it is? If you guessed worm, you got it right.
It's worms.
Worms are long, soft, and wiggly creatures that live underground. They have no legs, no arms, and no eyes. Just a long, bendy body that helps them move through the dirt.
Awesome!
Worms love to live in the dirt. They dig tunnels underground and make their soil soft and healthy. When it rains, you might see worms wiggling on the sidewalk. That's because they need air to breathe. Next time it rains, go outside and see if you can find one. This is because they love when it rains.
How many more? Worms.
Good question, Andrew. Worms love to eat, but they don't eat pizza cookies like we do. Instead, they munch on dead leaves, tiny bits of plants, and even eat food scraps from the kitchen. Can you pretend to munch food like a worm without using teeth? Fun fact, worms don't have teeth, but instead they swallow their food and let their tummy break it down into small and tiny pieces. Kind of like snakes do.
Superpowers.
Like a lot of bugs, worms have superpowers. Superpower 1 is worms dig through tunnels that make the soil soft so plants can grow. Superpower number 2, worms use their muscles to stretch and squish through the dirt. And superpower number 3, if a worm loses its body parts, it can sometimes grow it back. Which superpower would you want? I would pick superpower number 1 because I would want to be helpful for the earth. Which one would you pick? Worms can help the earth by digging tunnels so roots can spread. They break down old leaves into plant food. And lastly, they make soil soft and healthy. That's why gardeners love worms. They keep the dirt full of good nutrients for the plants. Fun fact is worm poop. It sounds weird, but it's actually super healthy for plants. It's like a plant vitamin.
Wow. I want to cycle.
There are 3 stages of a worm life cycle. Stage 1 is a worm inside a tiny cocoon egg in the soil, just like you see in the image above. Stage 2 is a baby worm. When it hatches, it's a tiny little wiggly baby worm. Stage 3, after growing bigger, it becomes a strong adult worm that helps the earth in the many ways that I have shared with you before.
Want some facts?
Okay, now it's time for some worm fun facts. Listen closely because they're super cool. There are over 6,000 types of worms in the world. Another fact is worms eat half their body weight in food every day. Fact 3, a worm has 5 tiny hearts. Unlike us, we only have 1 big heart. And the longest worm ever found was 22 feet long as a yellow school bus that drives kids to school every day. Next, we're doing a bug activity. So here is everything you're gonna need to gather the supplies. You're going to need paper, scissors, markers, glue, or tape. Go gather your supplies now.
On the table.
Here's everything we will be using to make our worm. Step 1. Draw and cut out a long squiggly worm shape for the worm's body. Step 2, color in the worm and draw tiny segment bodies on the worm like a real worm looks like. Now you can add a fun background for your worm. And the last step, tape on your worm. And there you go. There is your finished product of your fun little worm in the dirt.
Oh, dance.
Now let's move like worms. Stretch out long like a long worm and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. If you had fun today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for more awesome nature adventures with Andrew. See you next time, little explorers. Keep looking for more cool creatures.
Bye, friends.